Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. This is truly the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Good morning. Good morning. I welcome you to the Morning Glory Show with me, your host, LaShonda Lee, where in the morning all things are new. Your grace is new. Your opportunities are new. Your mercy is new. God's forgiveness of whatever you have done yesterday, guess what? You get a new day. You get to draw a line in the sand. And wherever you have made a mistake, wherever you have not stepped up and been who you called to be, guess what? You have a day in today to get it right. You have a day in today to make it better, right? And so I welcome you this morning. I pray that your day has already gotten off to a great start because you were intentional about your day. It is my hopes that you set an intention how you want this day to go. It is my hope that you have some goals for this day. And it is definitely my hope that you put God first, that when you woke up this morning, you made him first. You made him a priority in your life. And today, I just really quickly want to come before you today and just remind you to let God lead your way. Let God lead your way because he knows exactly where he wants you to be. And if you can recall back to the children of Israel, remember that he was a cloud and he was fire, which was their guidance and direction. And Jesus was the column of smoke as well as the column of fire. Do you all remember that? That led Israel, the children of Israel, out of their Egyptian bondage. He did not lead them the short way. And this is something that I want you all to really focus on. When God led them out of Egypt, he did not lead them the short way directly from Egypt to the promised land. Do you all remember that? He led them the long way through the desert where there was no food, where there was no water. And the thing about it is, why did he do that? When he could have easily said, okay, I'm going to take you from point A to point B, and the shortest distance is a straight line. But that's not what God did. He led them the long way around. He led them through the desert where there was no water, where there was no food. And I'm here to say sometimes when God is leading you, you may be wanting God to hurry up. You may be wanting God to speed the process up, but he's not going to work on your time. He's going to work on his timing because he knows what it is that he wants you to gain. He knows what it is that he wants you to learn in between starting the journey and finishing the journey, right? And so God wanted them to learn to trust him in the wilderness in spite of the obstacles. And I'm here to tell you today, whatever your circumstances are, whether there are bumps in the road, whether there are trials, whether there are tribulations, and it seemed like you should have been at a particular destination a long time ago, but yet you're still traveling that road. I want you to know this. It is so possible that God is taking you the long way around. He's taking you the long way around, just like he took the children of Israel the long way around, because he wants you to trust him. He wants you to have faith in him. He wants you to have confidence in him. And why? Because he knows that if you have faith in him, you have confidence in him, you have trust in him. If you have those things underneath your belt and there is no waiver, then guess what? God already knows that that is the key, the ticket for you to have an abundant life. And so again, if God is taking you right now the long way to get to your destination, just know that these obstacles, these challenges that may be before you is designed to help you trust God in the midst of your circumstances. Regardless to what it looks like, regardless to what it feels like, God wants you to trust him in the midst of your circumstances and your obstacles, right? And in the same way, again, Jesus will sometimes lead you the long way, just like the children of Israel. He will lead you intentionally the long way. And I want you to reflect on this. If God is doing something intentional in your life, then you have to know if you just endure to the end, it's going to work out for your good. You're not going to be sad about the outcome. You're not going to have to cry about the outcome. If a matter of fact, the only crying that you will have will be tears of joy, because you will be so happy that you stuck with God through the end. There is no losing with God. There is no sadness. There is no defeat with God. You are more than a conqueror. There's only victory with God, but you have to endure the obstacles. You have to endure the wilderness, because that's where your faith and your trust and your confidence in God is built. Think about it. If you never went through anything, how would you know to value trusting God? If you never went through anything, how will you know to value and put your confidence and absolute total faith in God, right? And so at times when God is leading you the long way, sometimes it may appear to be the wrong way. But again, if God is intentionally leading you and you are allowing him to lead you, there is no such thing as the wrong way with God. You know, sometimes God will lead you to where it seems to be no food or no water, and there are tons of obstacles, right? He may be leading you to see if you will trust him. But again, like I said, there are no wrong ways with the Lord. It's just long ways with the Lord. Because again, he's not just looking to satisfy your exterior. God is more concerned with who you are as a person. God is more concerned with what's in your heart. Because again, whatever is in your heart, that's where your treasure lies. And so if your heart is filled with pleasing God and trusting God and have obedience to God, then again, your harvest is going to be incredible. So I want to remind you, there are no wrong ways when the Lord leads you. There just might be long ways with more time to teach you the lessons to make you strong. Remember in James, God said that the trials are to give you patience. The trials are to make sure that you endure so that you will lack in nothing. So anything that God leads you through or leads you to, it's not wrong. It may be long, but the objective is to make you strong, right? You know, you think about it, the children of Israel, they complained, they murmured, they didn't trust God, they made so many gods besides God. And so even in your wilderness, even in your hard times, even in your trials, I want to make sure that you ask the Lord to help you not to complain when you don't understand where you're going, when you don't understand where he's leading you. Ask God to help you not complain, because that was a big fault of the children of Israel. They grumbled, they complained, they murmured, and they didn't trust God. Make sure that as you're going through your wilderness, as you're going through your journey, to ask God to help you not to complain. You know, Israel refused to acknowledge God, but you want to make sure that you ask God to help you submit to the circumstances that he bring in your life. As a matter of fact, in 1 Peter 5, it teaches us to humble ourselves before the Lord. And what does that mean? That means whatever God is doing in our lives, we are to submit to the process, because he said in the end, you may suffer for a little while, but he's going to restore you. He's going to renew you. He's going to refuel you. He's going to replenish you. Guess what? God has the ability to give you double. Whatever was lost, God has the ability to give you double. And so this is not the time to complain to the Lord about what it is that he's sending you through, because he knows the outcome. What if you're complaining and your outcome is to be triple? What if you are complaining and the Lord's objective is to bless you 100-fold? What if you are complaining and the Lord's goal is to multiply everything that you have went through, so that the tears of pain don't compare to the tears of joy that you will experience? What if, right? Because again, everything that the Lord does is good. He says he is the giver of good and perfect gifts. And so again, I challenge you not to complain with anything that the Lord is doing in your life right now, but instead be content with whatever the Lord is doing in your life right now. So again, continue to trust God, for he knows the plans that he has for you. I challenge you to follow God in your good days. I challenge you to follow and trust God in your bad days. Follow God when you're hungry. Follow God when you're full, right? Wherever he guides you, he will provide for you. Wherever he leads you, he will feed you. So just pray to the Lord and ask him to help you stay as close as possible to him, to the light, to his guidance, so that you will always feel his personal presence, so that you will always know that he is with you, leading you to the path that will ultimately be your reward. And so again, trust God in everything, regardless to what it looks like, regardless to what it feels like. Trust God and know that wherever he leads you is going to work out for your good. So listen, enjoy the rest of your day. Have an incredible weekend. Go with God. Let God lead you. And I promise you, you will get an opportunity to experience the abundant life that he has for you. And then the last thing is find something to be thankful for every single day. At the end of your day, write in your journal something that you are grateful for, something that you are thankful for. There are many things that you can find to be grateful and thankful for instead of complaining. Let God lead the way. And when you allow him to lead the way, you will begin to see his favor and his blessings, not only over your life, but they will chase you down every single day. So God bless you. Good morning to everybody. Have an incredible Friday. Have an incredible weekend. And I look forward to seeing you all on Monday. God bless you.